welcome to MadMax Pi channel. This is MadMax. I have Kozii here with me. Christian, hello. How are you?
Hey, MadMax. I'm good, thanks. It's good to be here once again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for appearing here in this broadcast. And yesterday it was Pi's birthday, so happy Pi Day, everyone. I hope it still counts. Yeah, it was Sunday yesterday, and we were all kind of busy doing our private stuff, so we couldn't go live yesterday. But I think today still counts. Happy Pi Day, everybody! Happy birthday!
Yes, happy Pi Day.
Yeah, okay. So I hope we will get our third friend, Natko. You remember Natko from our last video. I hope we'll have him on the show a little bit later. He will just join us and pop in. So what do we have for today? I was thinking it would be really good time to discuss about running nodes, because I see a lot of nodes joining into a Pi network recently on a testnet, and many of us got to play with testnet wallet. So maybe to have a few words about that. How do we feel about it? Of course, it's just a testnet. Of course, it's just a first version. It can be better, and I'm sure it will be better. But maybe to give some hints about what direction do we think it should development should go. So will you open, please, Christian? What do you want to comment first? You had a little bit more time to play with the wallet, maybe to start with the easiest.
Yeah, sure.
Topic. What do you think?
Agree.
How do you find the testnet wallet?
Well, first of all, let me start by saying that the Pi testnet is a remarkable achievement so far. Just from looking at the numbers and the amount of participants is pretty awesome in all aspects. Yeah. Think about it like this, okay? The live testnet right now has over 14,000 nodes, okay? But this amount is limited. There has been overall 140,000 node installations worldwide. So this is maybe like 1/10 of the potential nodes. So I know we have been in stage 2 since 2020 March, okay? But with the testnet up and running, what it is important to realize is, you read the white paper, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So an important distinction in the white paper is that they make a note in the very last paragraph or two that the Pi testnet is essentially the same, more or less, as what it will be on the mainnet. And why it is important to realize this is because everybody joins Pi network and fills out their security circles. Via that forms a trust graph, which we don't see. This is for the developers and for the consensus algorithm. And to see the nodes be up and use the Pi consensus algorithm and being able to send Pi, of course, sorry, on the testnet as planned, nice, quick and cheap, so far without any issues whatsoever. For me, that is a big achievement so far.
Yeah, okay, yeah, nicely said. Sorry, yeah, continue.
Yeah, and I just want to say that I know, and I think everybody knows, that it's really annoying that we don't see too much. However, I want to emphasize that this is a very large project, and it may not look like there's a lot ongoing, but in the background, the developers are going full speed and trying to make it work, okay? And I think it is important for us to provide them whatever they need, you know, the infrastructure so they can test and all the testers. And let's face it, there's so many nodes and so many helpers in Pi network that you couldn't really ask for a better testing environment. So with that being said, just be aware that as time goes past, you know, now the core team is making better and better iterations, and the finished product is being developed based on feedback, based on testing, based on what the community says. And I think what we'll see in 2021 is just more and more functionalities being rolled out to the community, but just be aware that it won't happen all in one. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say first of all.
Thank you, thanks. Okay, let me share, or let us share some experience, concrete experience, maybe some feature. Maybe we could call it feature requests or feature updates. So let me just say what I noticed. I couldn't play with the sending and receiving transaction through the test wallet a lot because I'm running Node on a separate computer and I don't have any communication media installed there. So it's quite hard to copy paste all those. You know, you have to use your private key to unlock the wallet. You have to copy paste it from somewhere because obviously you wouldn't be typing your private key because it's impossible to get right. And then you need to paste the address you're sending to. And I don't have Facebook or any other media, and it's a bit impractical. But the main thing that I have noticed so far, and I hope you said that it's quite similar. It looks similar. It will look on the mainnet, and I hope on the mainnet we will not be logging into our wallet with our private key, because this is a great exposure and it's a great safety risk if you hold your private key on the internet connecting computer and you need to copy and paste it to log in. I hope that's just for the testnet. And if it's not, we need to change this, because like I said, first of all, it's impractical. And second of all, it is a very, very big potential safety risk to have your private key on your internet connecting computer just in some text file and copy pasting it back and forth.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
That's maybe the reason why I haven't played too much. I've made a few transactions and I can say, wow, it's quick. It does what it's supposed to do. I have installed my wallet with no errors from the first time. I'm reading that some people have some issues while generating private keys and wallets. It all went smooth, very smooth for me. That part went well. But I also noticed that as I am a member of in-app transfer pilot program, so I have an option to send Pi directly from my mobile wallet for some time, maybe I think for about a year back now. And I played with this feature maybe a bit more. And when you send a transaction from your mobile wallet, you have an option to input some text, like some metadata. And I have noticed that in test wallets that we are currently testing, there is no option to send metadata. So I also hope that will be possible once we hit the mainnet, because metadata is the basic feature of any DeFi or for any. Yes, it is the first requirement to be able to use your transaction in some expanded content, to be enabled to identify through a message that you leave, that you attach, or let's say through a text string or number string that you attach to a transaction, you can identify and sort transactions, like from who it is, or like what's form. I don't know. You can attach any kind of information, and that's very, very important. I was really, really happy that the core team embedded that in the very first iteration of wallet that we have on our mobile application. And I'm a bit sad that it's not here now, so we can test that part as well. But as I said, it's a testnet, and let's hope that metadata is something that we will have from the first version on the mainnet. Those are two main things that I noticed that are missing if we are talking about testing a wallet. It is a non-custodial wallet, if I understood correctly, right? That we are testing now. Yeah. So the private keys that we have are not. Yeah. They are generated locally, not the core team or anybody else cannot get our private keys, if I understood correctly. So that's what we call a non-custodial wallet, and that's good. I think it's a good way to go, and we'll see how it will be developed in app. I think it will be just copy paste of this wallet.
Yeah, I want to just comment on your thoughts. I hated that you had to copy and paste. You know, I don't remember a time when I had to do this. You know, just copy and paste the private keys.
I don't think it's ever in any wallet before I've seen.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you always use just username or password or biometrics to log into your wallet, and the wallet itself has embedded your private key and generates your. It signs your outgoing transactions, but it's encoded and encrypted inside of your wallet. You don't just copy paste it through your memory. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's just really quickly. So just to clarify, when they first rolled it out, you had to copy and paste. A few days later, you know, based on feedback, they made it so once you unlocked it, you didn't have to copy and paste it. But like, it won't stay like that. I mean, it's 2021, right?
Yeah, I hope
the problem is simply it's that from the core team's perspective, you know, what they are doing is testing, right? And we are expecting a great wallet, but right now for them, they're just not there yet. It's that simple. Like I really do understand where you're coming from. I am in part of the in-app transfer group. I have also been able to send a very small amount of Pi since 2020 January, and you can enter a little text message when you send. And right now that's not available. Furthermore, you cannot just enter the username and send Pi to someone. You know, testnet doesn't work like this. And although it would be great to do that, I think it's just a matter of time. Like in all seriousness, at this stage, it's all about making the functions work and
sorry,
being able
I think
to test it properly.
Yeah, let us just say hello to Natko. I think he's just joining us.
Hey guys.
Oh,
yes,
hello.
Hi. Hello. Hey, I just hopped in, man. Sorry,
yeah, we don't have a video yet.
Conversations, guys. Can you see me on the camera?
No, we can just hear you. You're like a ghost right now, but
just a second.
Oh, here you are.
Now, okay. Hi.
Hello. Hello, Dr. Natko. How are you?
I'm sorry. Well, I'm at work. Unfortunately, I have one patient, but she's on a hold. For a moment, I just wanted to hop in to say hi.
Okay. Hope your patients will be well. Let's not you won't blame us if something happens. Yeah. Okay. So we'll try to make this a little bit more. A little bit shorter video than our last video, a little bit less boring for our viewers. So Natko, let's just give you a short resume of what we were talking about. What I wanted to talk with you guys today is two connected things. It's it's running nodes. But as a part of this special part, it's our testnet wallet. So maybe we opened up a little discussion. What do we find? How do we find the new wallets? Like I said, I haven't had so much time to test it. Kozii had a bit more time. He's been playing a bit longer with the testnet wallet. Have you tried it? What do you find it? How do you find it?
Yeah, well, honestly, I hoped it would be a little bit more intuitive, but I know it's first iteration. But I think that the problem is that we need to input our secret key each and every time we want to use it. So it's a bit of hassle to do it every time. So yeah.
I'm sorry, we just went through
no
this.
problem. Just go on.
Yeah, we just noticed that. That's fine.
Yeah, that's how it came out. Apparently, right now it just saves it. You know, once you first input it, you don't have to copy and paste it.
Really? So they updated it a bit.
Oh yeah, like that was just a joke. I mean, come on, it's just the first release of the wallet.
Yeah,
like I'm being serious. You know, it's. I think even they know that it's not viable. Really, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I really tried. I just get this idea. Great. I don't have any communication software, but I have a Pi chat. So I go to chat and I find some addresses there, copy the address, go back to your wallet, and then you have to enter your private key again, and then you lose the address. And it was really a joke. Yeah, but I haven't tried lately. So if that's gone, then great. We can play a bit easier with it.
Yeah, be sure to test it out. First, it will ask for it, and then it won't ask for it for some time, or I don't know. It just won't ask for it straight away. You know, if you go back, like I'm just doing it right now on my wallet. So basically, I've just tested it, and yeah.
Well, honestly, I was trying it the first day when it came out. So the first day when I tried it for the first time, I needed to input the secret key, and when I tried it afterwards a bit later on, it asked for me again. So that was probably, I think that was the last time I used it. I was like, no way, I won't input this each and every time. I mean, I thought that they will. You know, I don't know why haven't they used our nicknames just as they used with in-app transfer pilot, right?
You can, because it's non-custodial wallet. They don't know our nicknames. They don't need to know our nicknames connected with our wallet addresses. That's a good thing.
It would be great.
I know, but this is the testing phase, so I thought it would make.
Maybe I know what they're trying. They're trying to train us to memorize our private key, to type it every time.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, that was a joke. So what? Okay, testing wallet. There is a lot of conversation going on the chat and other channels, but there is one maybe a bit more important, a lot more important thing I wanted to touch today, and that's our general vision of running nodes, and one day when we get a selection running supernodes. How important supernodes and nodes are for the network, we already know. We can maybe share a little bit of this information for people that are newer in the blockchain industry. So once the blockchain is decentralized, and the Pi network aims to become decentralized, when that's what we call the mainnet. Everything that's going on the blockchain relies on nodes and supernodes. So basically, supernodes and nodes will be running the Pi blockchain. So they are really, really, really important to be set up and run properly. And I think all three of us talking today are running nodes from the very first days of having the opportunity to run a node. And how do we see things should be going from this point on? I can start with I was expecting a supernode selection maybe a little bit sooner in this phase, but okay, there is still time. There's still time to come to this point. We also know that from day one, if you look at our Pi app, our mobile Pi app, there is one corner where, when you see your history of your rewards, of your Pi earnings, there is a part that say Pi node coming soon. And it said coming soon from the first day I've joined the Pi network, and I think you both guys. So I'd like to open this. I hope it won't be a Pandora box. I hope we will have a good, healthy conversation about incentives, because running nodes maybe less challenging, but running a supernode 24-hour days, 7 days a week, to have a stable internet connection, maybe some backup power supplies, etc., etc. It costs money. So, like the core team has to pay for running their environment, we also have some expenses for running our nodes, and maybe we need a more communication from the core team of what can be expected, maybe in what terms, etc., etc. What do you guys think? Natko, what do you think?
Well, I agree. I think that there should be an incentive for running the nodes. I mean, when we look at the white paper for the nodes, they even stated in the white paper that only super nodes actually are going to have an incentive for running them. Ordinary nodes, not so much. Super nodes are definitely the most important. They are the backbone of this blockchain, right? So they need to have incentive. The way I see it, I also thought that they will select super nodes by this point in time. Hopefully, they will do it soon. They are probably thinking what kind of incentive they want to bring to the people. My idea was that they should start with some larger number in terms of mining rewards, and then halve it the same way that they're halving our mining rewards on each milestone of users entering the ecosystem. My idea was that they should do the same thing for nodes. As more and more nodes enter, super nodes enter the ecosystem, they should halve it. Just the same way as they do with users.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Kozii? Have you been
I haven't
considering
really thought
this?
about this.
Yeah,
I haven't really thought about it as much as rewards. I know that like everybody's a node applicant or a super node applicant. We don't know which one. Right now, everybody's just providing the necessary computer for this test to happen. And if I'm not mistaken, there will be no rewards in the test phase.
Yeah, okay. We all know that. We know that.
Right.
But we don't expect rewards in the testnet. But once we hit the mainnet, the things should get a little bit, let's say, more serious, because if you don't have the proper right incentives, people just don't have motivation to keep running something that occupies their space, that costs some initial investment, costs some internet, costs some power consumption, and with time, the time will come that we need to replace our equipment, so we need to buy a new piece of hardware. And it is quite logical to expect that people have some incentives to do so. My experiences with running nodes in other blockchains, I also run a Cardano node, so I know how it goes there, and I know that if you want to do it professionally, if you want to do it, if you want to have a stable node that is really accessible 24 hours a day, no matter if you have a power failure or if you have I don't know, a fire in your local power station or whatever it happens, so you want to be online and you need such supernodes. And regardlessly, some might say, oh, there are many thousands of supernodes, so it doesn't matter, but I think it really matters. And if the incentives are too low, or if the incentives are not adequate, then people will just lose interest with time and stop running their nodes. So that's
when I was using,
and halving them and making the incentives less and less should be combined definitely with some transfer fees. That should, in that case, transfer fees should go higher and higher. So and it all depends. It's all connected with the price of course, with the currency, because if you have to, we can't pay for internet services, or we can't pay for power with Pi yet.
The thing that I understood from the nodes white paper, I mean, I know it was stated during the testnet phase, but actually it was stated for now during the testnet phase. I mean, I saw that as something that they need to decide, but that it will be enabled during the testnet phase. Because in all honesty, the node section in our Pi mobile app is the fourth row in our earnings section. Actually, that's the fourth row. Why wouldn't they bring the incentive during the testnet for running those nodes? I mean, when we talk about fees are going to be the only incentive on the mainnet if the minting, as it is planned, if the minting stops. When the minting
here, come here. Meet my junior here. Come here. Come here. Say hi.
Hi. I still haven't found that ball that we were talking about, but I'm working on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that's the way I understood from the white paper. We need to have incentives during the testnet phase, and when the minting stops, the only incentive are going to be those fees. Right. I mean, it's the same thing with Bitcoin. When last Bitcoin is mined, miners will only get fees from the transactions. Right. I mean, in 100 years, hopefully we're going to
100 years. Yeah, but for the first 100 years that we are supposed to run those nodes, I think we need more than fees because, first of all, transaction fees are really, really low in a Pi network. That's how it's supposed to be, and it's good for having a lot of transactions. But it's I don't expect we will have that many transactions. And of course, there are many nodes right now, and there will be only more nodes and supernodes once we hit the mainnet. And as much as we expect transactions to happen, we cannot. We can also expect them to be dispersed on a lot of nodes. So I really don't think that we'll have that many transactions per day or per month. That alone, or let's say this way, the price of Pi should be really, really high from the start for that to pay off. So I think we need some other form beside the cutting, beside the fee.
Let me ask you this. Go on.
I just want to say one thing. But wouldn't that bring the price up? I mean, if we have many super nodes mining those small fees and running their hardware 24/7, wouldn't that bring the nominal value up? Actually, I mean, it's not a problem.
No, I don't think that running a node will have a lot to do with the value. It's other use cases. It's other applications. It's about the market that's about to be brought in, and it's about the depth and the height of the marketplace and the number of marketplaces. I think that's gonna dictate the price, not us running the nodes or anybody else. Look, the nodes have to be there. What do you think, Kozii?
Look, here's the thing, guys. I honestly think there has to be an incentive. It's just that right now there's no way to figure this out. Like how do you figure something out, right? There's no total supply, there's no price, there's just like the developers probably have I mean, we know that there's 14 million users active or something, right? That's what we know. But they most likely have much more accounts open, there's much more Pis in circulation that potentially is going to be filtered by the KYC, but before that, it's just, for me, maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm not a numbers guy, but I just don't know how to figure out a good Pi reward. Because if you give a Pi amount, you kind of how to say this? You kind of give a price to Pi in some way. You know, like what we have right now is a system that distributes Pi, and everybody knows those things. But for the nodes, it's like I don't think we're just there yet to know like how to exactly do it. Like there are different ways. You know, for example, supernodes could get X Pi an hour as a boost. It's just who knows what is sufficient, right? Like, I mean, do you think 0.1 Pi per hour would be enough for you as a supernode? No, you don't have an idea, you know, like.
But somebody who's planning all this somebody should think about it and should have some projections and calculations, just like with the testnet.
Yeah, but if we would have zero, if we would have some amount. Okay.
Yeah, you need some amount, like definitely. Absolutely. There's plenty of pie to make this happen. There's plenty of ways to make it happen. There's plenty of people who are doing things, who are helping the network, therefore should be rewarded at least a little bit. I mean, Christ, it's not like we're really, short of pie. Okay. It's just what I'm saying is that, like think about it. What happens if mining continues after mainnet? Like, what if they don't stop it? That would change everything. Right. So because they haven't decided on this fact, I'm just thinking,
it
wouldn't change necessarily. It wouldn't change necessarily. The most important thing is for minting to stop. Mining doesn't matter if the mobile mining stops. We talked about it last time. It probably won't stop because it's a great incentive to bring ordinary users in, right? So, but the minting should stop. Yeah. We need to have. Marin and I were talking about it few months ago. The good idea would be if they would use those pies that are not KYC'd and put it back into the economy. They could have a max supply and put that pie back,
but not in circulation from the day one. Right?
It's really risky, like it's you don't know how much pie there is. You maybe think there's a million, fake accounts. But what if there's 200 million fake accounts? There could be so much pie in circulation that if you
let's put one thing straight. When we hit the mainnet, we must know the total supply that total supply must be kept. It doesn't need to be in circulation from day one. That's another story. So you can release it slowly by time, but you need to know where's the limit. Just like in Bitcoin, there will ever be 21 million Bitcoin, but not from the first day and not today. And there are halvings, and let's say there are some deflationary mechanisms, but you can say you will keep minting it forever. And that's what what Natko and I was discussing. And there are, of course, various ways how to achieve that. You can use those pi, or you can just set a limit and say some number X, Y, Z number of pi will be the limit. We will continue mining with some decreased speed before we hit this number.
That is controlled inflation. That is controlled inflation, actually. And that is good for every economy. Controlled inflation is a good thing because we need to mark up all those new goods and services that will enter the ecosystem. And we need to mark them with new pi. So controlled inflation is actually a good thing for the ecosystem.
Yes. I think both of you have valid points, and I'm just very excited to see where this goes. Now, from what I see so far, as somebody who's very close to the PyCore team, as a moderator, somebody who's been watching this space every day since I joined, what I can tell you is that there's plenty of ideas, but I just think it's not the right time to make that decision and decide on something, right? Because if we go to mainnet, but everybody has to go through KYC, and the people who have gone through KYC will receive their Pi on the Pi blockchain, aka on the Pi mainnet. And as far as my understanding, the rest will be burned. That's as much as I know, right? So from based on that data, I think this whole topic, what we're talking about, will have to be discussed as they have a more broader understanding of what's the total amount of KYC users, the total supply, and such. Because right now, what is it? Nobody knows. Nobody knows how to price Pi. What is it? 0.1, 1,000.
Of course. But it might be a good time to start thinking about it and to start bringing some models and maybe testing some models. So we are at the testnet. We have test wallets. Yeah, maybe we could try and have some test initiatives like test rewards for running a Pi node, and just to see how it turns out to be. It may be test Pi, of course, maybe worth nothing right now, but let's initiate talk about it, and let's, of course, that's perhaps not the number one priority right now for the dev team, but it is definitely a thing that cannot be left. Once we start the mainnet, then we'll start thinking about it. It has to be thought earlier and implemented into a protocol earlier. So I just thought that we might start a discussion about it, and maybe to start up. Maybe somebody's got answer already, so we just read or get some replies to this video, and just like we did. Oh, I want to thank the core team for running our video, for running our last video at the Pi app. I'm sorry, my Pi session is just about to expire, so I have to quiet my alarm. Okay,
great.
So thanks for having our video displayed to so many pioneers. We had such a great number of feedback, some useful, some maybe less useful. But I think we started a discussion last time about something very, very important, and I was hoping to contribute this time with starting discussion about these matters. So yeah, I think we all more or less said what we think. What do you think? So maybe we could just add a final note and conclude this round, because we have our time's up. I would say. So what do you guys think? Do you have a few sentences to close this? Natko, you'll probably have to go first.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. The way I understand from last core team statements, actually, I think their primary task in this stage of the node development is the UI section, and definitely the UI section needs some work. As I told you, I mean, I know you said that people need to memorize their keys, the strings of keys, or write them, or learn to write them down somewhere. I think that's not necessarily the only way to do it. I mean, Coinbase has a similar solution, because when we are sending someone our funds who is also a Coinbase member, we can do it via email or via username. I think Pi Network has the opportunity to do the same. I mean, when we are sending someone our funds outside of the Pi app, we will do it via key string, right? As we always do. But if we are sending it inside the Pi app, I don't know why it wouldn't be via nicknames. It's a lot more intuitive, and it's faster, actually.
It probably will once we have the mobile version.
Will.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah. I think Pi Network is aware of this. I think with a centralized app, with a database, we can actually do this somehow, right? Because right now it's like a centralized project aiming to be very, very decentralized. That's like the final stage, to be very decentralized. But because inside the Pi network, there's a great database, and everybody's connected with someone. I just think that it is possible to do it, right? I mean, if everybody had to join Pi network to be able to send Pi, I don't know if that is the right way, but using the usernames of existing Pi network users is definitely on the cards, in my opinion. Just because I can see how Pi network will go down the route of sign in with Pi, and perhaps just pay with Pi, like on PayPal, and incorporate these centralized solutions to their decentralized cryptocurrency so they're going to mix it, because let's face it, right? They're not doing very normal things, right? They go in the other way around. They started a project with nothing, built the community, and now they focus on the tech. And because we have a different infrastructure to other cryptos, right? We have this mobile app that holds everybody together, and the attention is in one place. I think they will be able to make it happen. I think they should be able to focus on it and make it happen. It's just a matter of when it will be available. I don't think it will all be ready by mainnet. I don't think that by any means. Like it may not just be as easy as we perhaps think, right? Because if it was as easy, wouldn't everybody already be doing it, right? I mean, come on. But
well, we do have a competition. We have like 6,000 or 7,000 coins out there, so many of them already done it. We are not the first movers anymore. I think when we hit the mainnet, we need to have very, very good economy, but we also need to have a good user experience interface, because that's what's important for people. We can't have sloppy wallet that only professional users will be able to use.
Can I
exactly that? Yeah.
Sorry, just you said UI, right? In the last video, Pi Network, 31st of March is the next date that we are looking forward, right? Apparently there's wallets for everyone. I don't know what kind of wallets, no idea. And apparently new UI changes. I have no idea what UI changes. But if we what do you guys think?
Let's wait and see how it will turn out. Yeah.
I see Pi Network actually. I mean, Pi is our coin, but Pi Network is a platform, so they can use that in their own advantage. When we are sending something inside the platform, it should be as easy to use as it is possible. So our Pi account is actually, in the future, it will be probably one of our many Pi wallets. So when we're inside the platform, they can just match our nickname with our public key in the Pi Network.
Yeah, look, that would be great. I think that would help a lot of people
easiest Pi, they would say.
That way I can send Pi to my mom, and of course my mom can send back some Pi to me too. In this stage, it's a lot harder for her. I mean, and that's what we want. We want, as I talked last time, we want demographic output, right? We want everyone to use it. That's the way to do it.
Absolutely. That is the goal. That's what we absolutely need to tackle.
Yeah,
I agree. 100%. That is the way to go. Young people, teenagers, older generation. It doesn't matter. It needs to be simple, and to make something very simple is very, very not simple. It sometimes goes wrong, but I think with time. Just really quickly. I forgot what I wanted to say. Sorry.
No, it doesn't matter, man. I know it's so many things going through your head. I know.
I think we said very, very much for now, and maybe we should save something for our next video. What do you say, guys? Should we wrap it up? Because honestly, I was just looking. Nobody really, or very few people actually are looking to a 1 hour video, and most of them find it a bit boring. So I think we already put out everything that's important. We gave our opinions. So we opened up something for some discussion for days and maybe months to come. So I think we said enough for now. If you disagree, you have a chance to add something more to wrap it up. And so what do you think?
I would like to say to MadMax and Natko thanks for having me here, and I think all the viewers should subscribe and leave a comment and like the video, and be sure to tune in next time, because this year will all be about behind closed doors testing and such coming to life. So there will be more and more for us to talk about, and stay tuned.
Thank you, Kozii.
Times, definitely. Yeah, exciting times are ahead. I mean, this is all preparation for those marketplaces that I like to talk about, and I think when that thing arrives, it's gonna be truly fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that will be a nice topic when we get our first official market. then we'll have a lot to talk about as well. So thank you, boys. Thank you very much. I'm really thankful to have you here in our channel. I thank all the viewers. As we already said, please subscribe to be informed when we record the new videos. Hit the like button if you like what you hear here, and please don't post your usernames to enter new Pi members. Of course, it's always a good chance, but please be polite.
This is not the place. People will have a lot more success if they put a little bit more time into it and you know, make it quality, because it just doesn't work this way. Like, trust me, it doesn't work. Like you know, you can do it, but you won't find too much success. And the people who will join, they may most likely just leave. You're better off doing it your own way, finding your own way, right? Just take that from a veteran pioneer, shall we say?
Definitely correct. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the blackout. That was what I was referring when I was speaking about having a power outage or having a kid in the house. So you need to be prepared for every situation. Yeah. Okay. Thanks once
nice
again.
Balloon, man.
Sorry.
Nice balloon in the background.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll one more thing for everybody that's commented my last background. My appearance live from the warm sunny beach last time. Have you guys ever used Zoom? Actually, you know, there are virtual backgrounds back there, and you can turn on a few options back there. It doesn't mean it's a fake video or it's a fake project if you have a virtual background. You know, we're in 21st century, so you can just grow up a bit before you comment next time. Thank you. Yeah, but I have my real background.
I cannot believe they called that Natko wasn't in the space. I thought he was.
Yeah. Well, Natko
I landed. Tonight.
We all landed into our we all landed into our real life, so we are not in space and not on the beach anymore. Actually, but hopefully, when the mainnet is launched and when these travel restrictions are gone, we can all meet up somewhere on a beach and have a video from there. How about that?
Hey.
And bring some girls. I promised a lady in a video, so I'll have to live up to that promise as well. And let me announce my next video will be with the ladies. Okay, so stay tuned and stay surprised. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao.